Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited to be recording this video. I'm recording it. Normally we do a team call on Sundays, but since it's Labor Day weekend, I just wanted to jump on and kind of talk to you guys about some things that are on my mind, and then also get you some information that you need moving forward. So the first thought I had when I was like, what am I going to talk to them about this week was like, where is everybody? Like, where did you guys all go? Like, and it's not just you guys in here, but in our VIP group, but it's like every call I get on, it's like crickets all over the board, not just on my team, but on like some of my mentors' team calls. It's like, where did everybody go? And I get it's a busy time of year. I think hopefully as kids are back into school now, we get more into our routines. Hopefully it'll change, right? But I just kind of wanted to check in and be, like, what is up? Like, what's going on? We have 19 people, I think, in this VIP group, and only two checked in consistently last week. So I hope more than two of you will actually watch this video. But I like, what is going on? What's up? Are we feeling stuck? Did we fall off track? Are we, is life too busy? I don't know. Like, so here's what I want. I want to help, obviously. And I care about all of you guys, like not, I don't care about whether or not like you're successful in this challenge group, whether or not you lose weight or you fit into the dress or whatever your goal was, but like, I care about you and your life. Like, I want you all, each and every single one of you to be so just like stupidly, wildly happy that like strangers at the grocery store are like, whoa, what's wrong with that girl? Like, I want you to be so happy that it's like contagious when you walk into a break room at work or when you walk into any room, like the room lights up because your energy is so magnetic. And I don't know, that kind of energy is contagious, and I've been around it, and I hope that that's the kind of energy you get from me. But I also think what happens is when we're around that kind of energy, if we're not feeling good about ourselves, we start to kind of fall off, and we kind of like, it's just really easy to like slink back into the shadows, or have you guys ever seen, I don't know if it's like if this image is like from like a meme that I saw, or if it's from the actual show, but like that Family Guy. I just have this image of like Peter Griffin, like slinking back into like the bushes or something. Like, I feel like sometimes that's what happens to a lot of us when we're not like following through on the things that we committed to. And so, we're falling back into maybe like old familiar habits. And I'm here to just remind you all, like, those old familiar habits, those things that you're used to doing, they feel familiar, and that sometimes can feel good, but like they weren't working for you for whatever reason. And you know how I know they weren't working for you? Because like we talked, right? Like, you signed up, you decided to do this challenge group, like you asked for this. And so I'm committed, your coaches in here are committed to saying the hard things to all of you and to ourselves when we need to. And maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe like the 17 of you that are like crickets that I don't hear from in this group, like maybe you're crushing it. You're silently like crushing it. But like, that's awesome. But I wish that we could hear about it. If you are crushing it, if you're like doing all the things, like I wish we could hear about it and cheer you on and like be motivated by that. But my guess is that you're probably not crushing it. And if you're not crushing it, I wish you would share that too, because that's almost sometimes more helpful when you're struggling, when you're not crushing it, when you've fallen off track and you say that out loud in a group. It can be really powerful. But then what needs to happen is your coaches and myself, we need to be there and be encouraging you when you are showing up and when you are sharing those struggles. And I think I'll take full ownership. Like, I have not been checking in with you guys on a daily basis, like in the group, and I need to start doing better, like for sure. And so I think if you guys can commit to checking in, I can commit to doing that too. Because I think that's just like what we need, I want us to all just kind of like stop not showing up because we're not crushing it, or not showing up for whatever other reasons. I want us to focus on like self-honesty. And I think I made it like my mission when I started this business, but like, I think back even further, like when I first got clean, I remember sitting in like a drug rehab, and hearing someone say, the best thing you can do is get as honest with yourself as fast as you can. And it was like, oh my God. And it was true. Like the faster I could get honest with myself, the faster I was able to get healthy and clean, and live a life that I loved. And so I think somewhere along the way, especially before I started coaching, I kind of lost that. I was really not evaluating my life in that same, with that same like self-honest, real lens. It was like, I was blaming everyone else, my husband especially, for all the shit going on in my life, in my own head. And so I just want us to start to get honest and like ask yourself, are you being honest with yourself, about the level of action that you're taking in your life, in this group, just on your health and fitness journey, in your job, in your career, like as a mom, as a wife, like, are you being honest with yourself about the level of action that you're taking, right? Because we are in week 6 of this group thing, and or we're going into week 6, I think it is. In the calendar. Yes, week 6. So we're going into week 6 of this group, and it's not enough anymore for us to just read the books, read the chapters. It's not enough for us to just listen to the podcast. It's not enough for us to just go down to our living room or basement or wherever you do your workout and press play. Like, we have to be doing more, growing. And so I don't say that to you to like make you feel like shit, like I'm already not able to do those things. I want to challenge you. We have to start implementing the things that we're learning. And so I guess like if you're feeling like, okay, I'm not seeing results, or I'm not feeling any better, like why? Why aren't you getting results? Like, and I want you to be honest. I want you to be super honest. Like, when we're honest, or not when we aren't honest, here is what happens. And I know this happens because this is what happens to me too. Like, so we start to think, okay, I'm not getting the results I want. I haven't lost any weight. Okay, Alicia's group doesn't work for me, or the virtual group thing, it's not for me. Or that nutrition plan doesn't work for me. These workouts, they don't work for me. They're not working like the ones at the gym. When the truth is, this stuff does work. I know it works because it's worked in my life. I've seen it work for other people, for me, for dozens of my customers, and literally hundreds of thousands of Beachbody customers. Like, this stuff does work. So it's this system, these programs, they're not the problem, right? Like, you, me, anyone in this group, like, we aren't so unique that like, and so special that like we're the one person where this isn't going to work for them. Like, that's just not the case. Like, and I've suffered for years and years with this a symptom of my addiction and my disease is that I think I am like uniquely like disturbed. I am like the one person who's like, been in more emotional pain than anyone. You would never understand me. But like, the truth is that's not true. Like, none of that is true, right? I promise you. So I'm not saying all this stuff like to like make you mad or demotivate you. Like, I want you to hear that like none of you are so unique and so special that this won't work for you. This stuff does work, and it can work. But I do need you to be honest about like what it is that you're doing, like your actions, like what are you doing? And so there's this quote. My mom got me this really good. I love sports. And so my mom had gotten me this book. It's called Coach. And it's like got 365 days of inspiration. And so each day you read a quote. And yesterday the quote was, oh my God, thought I had it saved. Yes, I do. Yesterday, the quote was so good, and it's like perfect for this too. So I just want you guys to all hear this really quick. So a coach is someone who tells you what you don't want to hear, who has you see what you don't want to see, so that you can be who you've always known you could be. So I have a coach. Her name's Michelle. Most of you haven't even ever heard of her because we're not super close. We don't really run our businesses together like that. But you know what? I am so grateful for her because she will tell me literally the things I don't want to hear. Like, every time, you know what I mean? And now I have a super, super successful business because she has said things to me where I'm like, ugh, and then I want to ignore her for a week. But then like, I think about it and I get real honest and I practice that self-honesty you were talking about. And I'm like, oh shit, she was right, you know? And so again, a coach is someone who tells you what you don't want to hear, who has you see what you don't want to see so that you can be who you've always known you could be. And so I want you to all ask yourself, is it that I don't have time for these workouts anymore, or I don't have time to check in, or that nutrition plan might work for those people, but it doesn't work for me. Is that true? Like, do you really not have time? Is it that the nutrition plan doesn't work for you? Or is it more that you haven't taken the time to watch the 5-minute videos explaining the nutrition plan and actually trying to implement it? Because I'll tell you what, like Lindsay, my coach in here, she's some of your guys' coach. She really struggled with following the nutrition plan at first. She's like, this is taking me forever, because it does. When you're learning new things, it takes a long time. But I promise you, I'm almost 2 years into this coaching thing and 2 years into following that nutrition plan, you know, sort of. Sometimes I've you know, not followed it to a T, and that's my fault and self-honesty here. But when I do follow it, it works, and it doesn't take as long as it used to. And so there's a learning curve, you know, and I want you to like, be really honest with yourself. Is it that the nutrition plan isn't working, or is it that you haven't taken the time to learn it and give yourself a period of time to make mistakes and like grow from that, right? So is it that this doesn't work for you, or is it that maybe you're not doing what you need to do to make it work for you? And I think if you know you are capable of doing more, being more, sharing more in here, like we as your coaches, we're encouraging you to just do it. If you know you're capable of more, just do it. You have nothing to lose, you know? And I guess as your coach, again, I feel like I love you all so much. Like, I am so inspired by all of you. I love that I get to do this job. And I feel like I'm friends with each and every single one of you. Like, I consider you a friend. Like, if you were passing through Virginia, like, you would be welcome here. Like, it's like your family, right? Like, we have created this community where I feel like I love you guys all so much, like family, like friends. And I know that a lot of you joined me because you were watching my posts or reading my posts, or even now you still read my posts, or you're in these groups and you're inspired by something that I've said, or something your coach says, or something one of the super trainers said. And it gets you excited and it gets you dreaming and feeling hopeful. I want that for you. I want you guys to get excited and dream. But more than that, like more than I want you to hope and dream, like I want what you're hoping for and what you're dreaming for to be your reality. Like, I don't want you to stop there. I want those things to be real for you. I don't want you to just, oh, I hope I can lose the weight. I hope I get a better job. I hope I can, like, you know, be in this happy marriage. I hope I feel like more energized when I'm playing with my kids. And I hope like one day I'll love my life. Like, I want you to actually literally love your life every single day. That's my goal for all of you. And so I'm in this mindset course. You guys know about that too. And they said a quote, and I wrote it down. I thought it was really good. There's Jim Rohn, who's a famous like mindset personal development guru. He has this saying, and it's affirmation and inspiration without discipline is the beginning of delusion. And so my biggest hope, like I said, is always to inspire someone. I want to give people an idea about how their life could be different, and to spread that hope. And even like in my recovery, but also now like coaching, like I want to spread hope to as many people as possible. That's why I share myself on Instagram. That's why here in these groups, running these groups, I want to let like women know like that they can find a new, better way to live. They can be happy, like exactly how their life is right now. It just starts in their mindset. And so honestly, that's why I started coaching. I wanted to figure out and learn how I could start to believe the things that I was hearing, you know, and I've done that. And I'm doing that, and I'm continuing to figure it out. And my goal is to help as many women as I can figure out the same thing. And so but the thing is here, what Jim's saying, like affirmation and inspiration without discipline is basically delusion, because like once you're inspired, once you're excited, once you start dreaming, if you don't have the discipline to follow through and take action, like, you have to do something with that inspiration. It's not enough to just be inspired. You have to do things that are going to move you forward, and the good news and the bad news maybe is that, like, I can't do this for you. You are the only person that can take the action that you need to be where you want to be. Okay. Like, it's just you. Like, if I could do it for you, I so would. I would come over and I would do all the things so that you could feel the way I feel when I do all the things, because it is like the best feeling in the world to, like, look in the mirror and love yourself. It is the best feeling in the world to get off a call like this and go downstairs and play with my kids and not have to go to work on Monday because I get to work from home. Like, I'm living my best life, my dream life. And I even forget that sometimes, and so it's all work, it's all action, and it's worth it though, but only you can take that action. So please just do it for the next few weeks. Let's do it, like, together. Like, you don't have to do this by yourself. Like, you signed up for a challenge and you get me as your coach, or if I'm your coach's coach, like, I'm still here cheering you on, your coach is cheering you on, and you have all these other women cheering you on. But it doesn't work if we're all just ghosting, right? And so we got to do this, and we got to do it together, you guys. Because I do know one thing. Gosh, I'm just ranting today. I do know one thing. If you don't do it now, you never will. And if you don't do it now, this right here, this moment is going to be where your unhappiness will start. That seed will be planted. And I think for me in my life, my experience is that unhappiness starts, especially when we don't do the things that we know that we want to do or that we're capable of. Believe me, like, if any of you are good with like dates, you might remember, I don't know if you, like, again, some of you read my posts, maybe some of you don't, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I am a recovering alcoholic, and I went to rehab 11 years and 3 months ago. Checked myself into an inpatient rehab. I was there for 3 months, one summer. I went in June, I was there through August, and 11 years and 3 months ago. Okay. I'm celebrating 10 years sober in November. Okay. So here's what happened. I went to rehab. My life got really good. I started to feel really good. I was excited and energized by the people I was meeting, and like the hope and the dreams that I started to have, my lost dreams awaken. And I went back out and I used, but I got a glimpse of the solution. I got a glimpse of what my life could be like if I just continued to take action. And then I tell you what, once you get that taste of what happiness could be like and freedom, when you go backwards, I mean, every day until I got back into recovery was the worst day. I was so unhappy because I knew what it took to be happy, and I knew I wasn't doing it. I knew that I saw that I was capable of doing it, and then I wasn't doing it. And so I promise you guys right now, you've experienced the things you need to do in this group to be happy and to feel good. You know what I mean? And it's simple. It's small, simple steps. Drinking water, pressing play on your workout, eating more vegetables, right? Listening to a 10 or 15-minute podcast, reading a book for 10 minutes that makes you feel good, turning off the TV and Netflix, and like journaling some gratitude at night. There's things you can do, and you maybe have been doing, that make you happy and feel your best. And then when you stop doing those things, when you let yourself stop doing those things, you are planting the seed of unhappiness. Like, I want to impress upon you how important it is that you've seen what we do in here. I know you know that it works, and now all you have to do is just do it and get it done. And I want that for you so bad, and I want that for me. I want that for all of us. So again, my goal is to spread hope to you guys. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about what went well this week for you, and I want to hear about like what maybe didn't go well, what you would change. So I want to hear what a win was from this week, and I want to hear what you would change for next week. And moving forward, I'm super excited for all of you. I've got, if you're in my VIP challenge group, I'm going to be sending out one more video that you're going to watch. That's going to be explaining some things that we're doing moving forward. But I will, I'm here. You can follow me on Instagram if you don't already. It's at Alicia_Swinburne. And you can message me. I love chatting with new people. I love helping people feel better, brainstorming ways to feel better. And I'm just figuring it out along with you guys. So until next time, have a good one.